Hi Startup Canada, I'm Suzanne Grant, and I take the lead at Startup Canada for all things global. And I'm going to share with you our strategy and what we're doing with the organization. So we have two main sort of initiatives. One is to inspire Canadian entrepreneurs to adopt a more global mindset, to be looking at global opportunities, emerging markets, the American market, and to help connect them with people that can help them get there. And then the second role is really representing Canada, brand Startup Canada as a global citizen in the world. What does that mean and what does that entail? That's really about nurturing relationships with strategic global entrepreneurial organizations which are pushing the dialogue, the agenda, and the entire sort of revolution of startups globally forward. And we do that by fostering relationships with people in organizations we see as key, but doing that in a very proactive way and from a leadership position. So on the podium, inside of programs, example. So we have about a dozen organizations that we're working with and half a dozen that we work closely with, and they include organizations like Kauffman Foundation, who does Global Entrepreneurship Week. We're active in Canada with Global Entrepreneurship Week as well, and also Startup Nations. Canada actually was a leader in conceptualizing the whole idea of Startup Nations, and that is other Startup Canadas around the world. So you've got Startup Chile, Startup Britain, Startup Australia. There are right now 36 members of Startup Nations, and it's only growing really quickly. In Canada, what we do is we help to share all the success of all of your work and inspire and help other nations put together their programs and their formats so that they can do the same. And together we collaborate, and the world is a shrinking small place, so that's really important. Why do we do that? Well, ultimately what's going to happen is we're going to be able to provide Canadian entrepreneurs with tools and network and connections when they're ready to go abroad, partnering with other Canadian organizations in a sharing of information kind of capacity and resources such as BDC and EDC. That's what we see ourselves doing forward. And we want to bring back the best practice. What's happening? What's edgy? Who's pushing the envelope out there around the world? And how can that knowledge help Canadian entrepreneurs? So how we do that is by nurturing and really taking care of good, strong relationships, partnering with global organizations to help them bring their programs forward, teaching them about the success stories of Canada and what's happening here. And then our sort of our baby is Startup Canada leads Startup Generation, and Startup Generation's main program is a global fellowship program. And what we have there is a pilot program where we have half a dozen amazing Canadian youth entrepreneurs, and they're getting mentorship, peer mentorship from entrepreneurial catalysts from around the world and from educational institutions. We've got partnerships there with Sussex and Cambridge University. It's really amazing. So we've got on Pilot 1, 20 cohorts, which are bringing projects from 13 countries, and we're helping guide them through and taking their projects to the next level. So this is a really disruptive approach to education for entrepreneurs, and also real help to the impact there is really the network. So as this program grows and we broaden it and it gets stronger, we're going to have this incredible group of alumni from the global fellowship program, and it's so incredibly exciting, and it's only a success because we have the entire Startup Canada team behind us, and it's really you that give us the content and the information to share with the rest of the world. So keep doing what you're doing, and if you have any ideas or contacts that can help us, share. We've got on our team right now Amy, Carissa, and Miguel, and they're all amazing top volunteers at Startup Canada. So happy to be part of it. Ciao.